Be authentic. Don't copy somebody else's stuff. You are not them, they're not you. They build their audience because people like them. So you gotta be who you are. Not saying you can't learn from them. And like, again, if somebody influenced you or inspired you, like, again, just give them a shout out. Give them a shout out. Just be like, okay, I learned this from so-and-so, like they influenced. But it's just, again, that authenticity. And I think some people be like, well, I post every day and I still don't get no stuff. Like, you gotta post the right stuff every day. Yeah. You gotta post the right, that's the key. Like, you don't wanna just put anything out there. Yeah. Say you got a paid community and you offering a service or something like that. You got 20,000 followers, 2,000 subscribed. That 2,000 is a subscription for, like, let's say, like $10 a month. Like, just do the math.
Right. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Radiant Thoughts. It's your boy KP back in the building with y'all, and we got my man's Otis Jackson in the building with us. So we're gonna talk about social media marketing, all that good stuff. So what's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling all right. Hectic little 24 hours, just getting here. I was shooting last night with my homeboy, but we here. So
that's a fast fact. So, all right, I want to get into just, you're a social media marketer, like content manager and stuff like that. So how did you end up getting into shooting content for people, or like where was your starting point for that?
So my starting point with it, I started with K-Raj, the tattoo artist. Yeah. So he posted on his social media that he was looking for a social media manager, just to post the content. So I reached out to him. He said, figure something out. We'd do some, manage the content and all that stuff. So I started doing that, and then I'm just like one of those people that like, I'm want to figure out how to do everything, right? And I want to make sure I do it right. So I didn't want to just do it just to say I was doing it. Like, like I reached out to him. Like, I want to make sure that he gets something beneficial out of it. So as I started doing it, I kind of just fell down the rabbit hole of just kind of just learning like social media marketing and the potential behind it. And then it just went from there. I was like bringing results, and then again, my main focus was making sure that he got something out of it, and then it just went from there.
Okay. So where did you go to like start learning this? Like where? Because I don't, you don't really see too many people doing it. Well, I would say now you see people trying to do it, but like, where do you go to outsource that, like to learn that?
YouTube.
Nah, for real. YouTube University. YouTube. I learned everything. For sure.
YouTube, TikTok. Like, I was just learning from people that got skin in the game, that showed results, produced results, and again, kind of just like that just gave game on this stuff. And then again, it's just one of those things that you got to try. So one thing I always tell him, I was like, I appreciate him kind of just, like giving me his platform to like experiment with and actually do the stuff that I was learning and to actually develop something on my own with it. So but YouTube.
So I know you got your own business with it now, 3X Digital. And so was that like, did that just stem from him giving you that opportunity, or did that come beforehand, or did you already like have it in mind?
It came strictly from the opportunity, because like I was fresh out of college. So at that point I'm thinking I'm gonna do like something with sports performance and stuff. Like I'm actually like interviewing for jobs for that. And then I saw that opportunity. I was like, I want to make some extra money and stuff. So then I just did it, and again, it just something clicked with me. And then my boy Cody, we was working at Amazon at the time, and I was just kind of like just telling him what I was doing with it, and he the one really like in my ear like, Otis, do this. Like,
that's
like
Cody,
do this.
That's
like
Cody,
you feel me?
sure.
Like Cody, like do this. I'm talking about every day I show up to work. He like, did you make your LLC yet? I'm like, nah. He said, bro, like, what you doing? I got that done. Came with that. I'm like, he the first person I saw. I'm like, look, bro, I finally did it. And then like every like now and then, like I'll still like shoot him a text. I'm like, just thanks. You feel me? Because it's like it was definitely like life changing and stuff. But it just came from just taking opportunity and just went a whole different direction.
So you chose to take the entrepreneurial route instead of going to work, regular job in sports performance. How what was your mindset behind going that route instead of just actually doing sports? I know you played sports, so what was the process like for that?
I had fun creating. once I kind of just got into a groove of just, doing stuff for his page and seeing the results, and then kind of just seeing like, okay, saying, him just telling me, okay, that stuff dope. Like, it was just like a whole different feeling when you can create something, to think of something in your mind and somebody else like it. And also it kind of just benefits them in a way too. So me, I kind of just realized that I am kind of like antisocial in a type of way, and sports performance is something that I feel like you can't be antisocial. Like, I gotta show up day in, day out for people who are giving me their body to either better perform and stuff. And I just kind of just realized I get energy depleted from just talking to. So I mean, that was just a big thing I realized. And then that is just like, man, I still have conversations with people and stuff, but it's just not everything. And I again, just what I touched about earlier, like, if I'm gonna do something, I want to be able to do it right and to my 100%. And I just felt like I couldn't give sports performance my 100%. So,
and then even with that though, that's strictly what you're doing is strictly like performance based for you though. Like, it's like, you go in and perform, so you don't even have to worry about having to deal with other people too much, like in that particular world. So talk about your business and stuff. Like, what do you do? What, like, do people reach out to you, or are you reaching out to people, or how do you go about doing that whole process for your business? So
it's a little bit of both. I'm just breached the year in, so I'm still kind of early. So I really haven't done that much marketing on my own, but that's changing the next month. So it was a lot of me kind of just reaching out and kind of just, just showing people. So like word of mouth kind of just did me pretty well. But what I do overall is I just I help people use social media to grow and, create opportunities for them to make money online. Because we just we're in an online economy, an internet economy and social selling and stuff. So it's like, again, I just want to be that bridge to help businesses reach audiences on social media where everybody's attention is, and just be able to build an audience and community and be able to sell what they offer. They have a business because they're providing a need for somebody. So it's just about finding people that need what you offer, and also putting your brand in front of them, because they gotta like your brand to be able to, because that's how you build a community. They gotta like your brand. So what I do, I just have conversations, kind of just figure out what is their brand, what do they want people to know about their brand, like what image of their brand they want to see, and put them in and try to produce content that's gonna get them in front of as many people as possible to build that audience. So
that's dope. That's dope. So if you got a business in today's time and you're not on social media, is that pretty much just like
you behind,
killing yourself? You shooting yourself
you behind. It's the same. I look at it the same way as people that saw the internet come in 2000 was like, man, the internet, and didn't hop on it. And now what? You can't live without it.
You can't live without it now. So yeah. So you got to be on that. Got to be on the.
Nobody watches commercials. Like either, like, you feel me? Like, people went to streaming because what? They didn't want to deal with commercials. So now, like, the same thing is kind of repeating itself. Like, people, now you have to pay for an extra subscription just for ad-free stuff. Because again, so it's like, how do you put your business in front of people in not a non-ad pressure selling way? You get on social media in the most natural type of way to let people have the choice to engage with your brand. And I feel like that's a more stronger thing than ads, in my opinion, because now you're giving people a choice. Like, they're choosing to stop and watch your video. So again, it's just about the thing, like, you gotta be able to connect, and that's where I help.
So in that aspect though, you gotta get people to stop, and you make reels, you make posts and stuff. So, and we constantly just swiping. And so what about a video or a picture do you tell people to do to get them to stop and actually look and pay attention to it?
So I mainly just focus on like video and stuff, because I feel like, like you said, it's just like with TikTok, because of TikTok, you got Instagram Reels, you got YouTube Shorts. Like, TikTok started the short form vertical video type stuff. So that's going to grab people's attention a lot more. So just that alone, just being able to adapt to the vertical video versus the horizontal video, it's a whole different feeling. And then two, like, the first 2 seconds is crucial. Like, the first 2 seconds is going to decide. It's either what you say or what you show visually that's going to be
get their attention.
Yeah, just gonna get their attention. And again, like, it's targeted. Your content has to be targeted of who you trying to reach, because that's gonna be your way to connect. So it's like about, again, it's just about what you say, whether it's pertaining to your niche. Like, I just had a video. I work with a dealership, and I just had a video. It's at like 180,000 and counting on Instagram right now.
That's tough.
And it's about an engine. So it's the Hemi and the Hurricane engine. So they're not making Hemi engines no more.
Right. So
any car enthusiast, I mean, you talk to any car enthusiast, like, they love talking about Hemis and engines and all that stuff. Like, you feel me? They know everything. So just to get that community engaged, on the video, I just said, this engine is replacing the Hemi engine. So that's just gonna spark interest. Like, what engine?
What engine?
Exactly. And then my guy that was talking in the video, he just said, like, this is gonna be the new engine that's gonna be in your new Ford truck or something like that. So it's just, like, that stuff like that is just gonna get people just to spark that intrigue, curiosity, just to watch more of the video and see what it's about.
That's cool. That's dope. So when it comes to, it's like you specifically tailored to a particular audience. So how does business owners try to how do you help them find their target audience to promote to them to get the best, audience attention?
Yeah. So it's just like, in a depth conversation, like, the longer relationship, it kind of just get better, because the more I kind of just learn their business and and then again, they kind of just tell me, or sometimes they don't even know who they're trying to attract. So it's like, so in my head, I'm kind of just helping them connect the dots. So sometimes just the conversation be like, well, they told me they want to do A, B, C. So, like, I know this type of people just from, like, I went to grad school and I studied marketing and stuff too. So I know, okay, you offer A, B, and C. I know this type of people like A, B, and C.
Right.
So it's just me kind of doing my research, my analysis, and then, like, kind of just applying the science to it. I'm like, hey, where do A, B, and C people hang out? What type of language do they speak? What type of slang do they speak? Like, what type of tone? Because again, it's like, some people like, well, my audience is at 18 to 35. Well, the way you talk to an 18-year-old is kind of different than you talk to a 35-year-old. Right. So, but they might like the same stuff. But again, it's about how do you resonate with an 18 and 35. Like, I could say talk about the same thing, but probably say it differently to an 18, 35, and they still get the same thing. But it's just like about, I think I might be answering the question. Yeah, I'm answering the question. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, for sure. So it's just like a learning thing. So it's just like, again, whatever industry you in, it's just about, I just help you bridge that gap, just to kind of, okay, how do you need to communicate to who you're attracting? Okay.
So what do you notice, like, certain business owners that are trying to, have a presence online, where do they go wrong when they get on social media?
They just post about them. It's never... It's a consumer economy, so it's all about the person that you're trying to get to buy. Right. So posting about, like, you just posting updates like, hey, we have this going on, we got this. It's like a so what to somebody watching it. We don't know who you, like, you gotta think from the perspective. So they think that they assume that people know who they are. And that's the wrong thing. Like, you have to teach people about your business. You have to teach people about your product, your service. Because again, it's about building trust.
Right.
That's the only people who are gonna buy it if they trust it. Unless you have a product that's just like out the box, like speak for itself, like it's just crazy innovative and it just makes sense. Like, you don't know where it's at, but it's few products like that.
Right.
And again, like, as a small business, you have to compete among similar people. So how do you stand out? You connect your personal brand to it. And a lot of people just want to go business. Well, our product speaks by yourself. No, you have to convince people that to like your stuff. And then again, it's social media. People don't want to see business stuff. That's where people hang out and stuff. So they want to connect with people and be entertained by stuff.
You got to be comfortable.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable. So if I'm just seeing stock images of stuff that's not even from your business, or like it's just not you or the people that's in your business, like, how can I connect and make an audience that if I wouldn't even interact with business? Like, I don't know if I like you or not.
That's fact. So what ways do you help people, deal with those things? Like, when you come in and try to correct it, like, how do you approach that for them?
I kind of just asked them like, what's unique about you? What do you like about your business?
Right.
What are people saying about your business? Like, what do you feel like why are you here? What's like, it's pretty much just kind of just boiled down to what's their why behind it, because I just feel like a lot of people get lost. And again, like, it's social media, a lot of people want to connect with people's personal stories or like brand stories. So it's, again, if you like kind of just share like your meaning behind the business, there's other people that might resonate with that message. So it's just like, I kind of just dive into the deeper surface beyond just, okay, this is your business, this is what you do, this is what you offer. Like, what's your why? And it's just what's your why?
Facts, for sure. So with that though, you know, you can get people to look at it, but getting people to actually buy or support and click on your stuff is a completely different thing.
Absolutely.
So how do you get, you get the retention rate from people watching and clicking, but how do you get them to actually go to supporting, like on making that extra step?
It's a long game. So people look at virality as an overnight success. For some people, for some stuff, it is. I'm not going to say it's not. But to look at virality, like, okay, you got 1 million views and you expect people to come through. No, like, you got 1 million eyes, just laid eyes on you.
Right.
Probably what? 10, I'm just gonna talk for example half of me. I had a video go for 2.7 million. He went from 300 followers to about 24,000 in a month. Sheesh. So again, just look at the numbers. So 2 million people saw it, but only 24,000 people follow.
Right.
So now you got 24,000 people that want to see your content all the time now, just because they follow it. So that's step one. So now that you got the people there, you got to nurture them. They still got to get to know you. They got to have that conversation. Again, you're building relationships with people. So you got to put out content that builds that one. Again, just back to that trust thing. You got to build the trust, nurture that relationship, and then it get to a point that when you do offer something, it's a no-brainer to them, because they feel like they know you. They feel like they're attached to it. It's not just about, well, he's asking for my money. Like, no, he's offering something. I like what he does. This is how I pay him back for either the information or the stuff that he just provided me just for free or whatever.
So yeah, I realized that because I got a clip that I did. This is my most viewed clip. It got like 10K views. And so I'm like, okay, but now I'm looking at the analytics. I'm like, I ain't really getting no followers for this clip. But like, I realized that, okay, that resonated with what the people wanted to see. And so now in my mind, I'm like, okay, how can I recreate that to constantly get those eyes and then grow my following eventually? So I think a problem that I see, which I've had the problem too though, is that people don't try to recreate. They try to stick to something that doesn't work, and they don't end up getting the same results. So how do you like teach people to like consistently do the same thing that got you the views? Well,
it's just how my business operates. That's why I kind of just take over
the entire
thing. I take over everything. So so at work with me, it's a hands-on. It's like it's a hands-off approach for the business. So like I take over full control. Okay, I'm like, nah, like this is what we need to be doing, because again, like you said, like they try to do other stuff, and I'm like, nah, this is what's getting you. Like, so I just like, it's been like people I've been able to work with, like they trusted me and stuff, so they allow me to just use my creative and my expertise to just be able to do that for them. But say if I was again, it's just like you said, you looked at the analytics of your stuff. I was like, the numbers don't lie. So it like analytics is a feedback system to be flexible and to adapt to stuff. So it's something that shouldn't be ignored. Like, okay, cool, you got 10,000 views and stuff. You got to figure out why did you get that?
Why you got it?
And then again, just do this and rinse and repeat. Some stuff again, like you putting your stuff to the algorithm. So some stuff that did well the first time might not do well the second time, and that's okay. It's just, again, like it's just like keep trying. Then once you find something that's consistently doing something, like again, you just looking for growth. You're not looking for out of the park numbers every time. You're just looking for consistent growth, because once you get to that point that your platform is big enough, like your numbers going to be out of the park all the time.
I think people focus on just trying to get that one viral moment and think they can just ride that wave, and
doesn't work like that. So you'll go for 1 million today and then go for 3,000 a month.
Now you spoke on something that I wanted to get into is the algorithm. So from my understanding of, I don't necessarily know exactly what it is, but like I know that you got to try to get in the algorithm. So like, for one, what really is the algorithm, and how do you try to keep up with it and stay in the mix on these social media platforms?
So from my understanding, because again, I don't think nobody really understands what the algorithm is. So I'm not gonna say like this is like that, but this is what, again, this is like my experience with it, and this is what worked for me and continues to work for me. So overall, the algorithm is just the ability to reach and just engage with people. So for instance, this is how you get it. So this is how you get views, and this is how you figure out if it's a good video. So how the algorithm works is it's gonna show it to your followers first, a small percentage of followers. If it's getting likes, if it's getting engagement, it's registering to the platform, the algorithm, that this is something that needs to be seen to other people.
Okay.
So they push it to a larger audience.
Gotcha.
If once it passes that test, so it pushes to the larger audience. So then once it gets like more engagement on that second phase, then it pushes to audience beyond that, and it's just layers and layers and layers like that.
So constantly push it and promote it as it sees that it's getting traction.
Absolutely.
On each level. Okay.
So that's like my understanding how it works. So it's like, again, like it's gonna show it to your followers first, and it's gonna go beyond, test it with the audience outside your followers. If they engagement, then it's just like, again, the more engagement gonna drive everything. So views is cool and all, but you got to figure out how the views get there. I mean, how you get more views, and it's an engagement. So engagement.
Okay.
Comments, shares, likes, saves, all that. That's what matter.
See, I didn't even know that part of it. I'm like, because I see people talking about, now I want to see, like on TikTok, you can bookmark stuff. They're like, I want to see how many people bookmark.
Yeah, that's how you know
that you really making some good content and is resonating with people, because you see how many bookmarks you got.
And you can tell the difference between somebody that grew organically and somebody that boosted their stuff. Because you can see a lot of views, but you don't see a lot of engagement. They pay for the views. So I mean, they like, and then it like the engagement is gonna always tell it. The engagement is always going to tell the correct health of a page. Okay. Like if you go through the post, you see views but no engagement, then it's like, okay, right. Well, how are you getting these views? Because again, engagement is going to drive everything. Gotcha. Not saying that every video or every post is going to be like that, but again, just the overall, like again, just health of a page. Like you can just tell that this is a healthy page. This is true engagement. This is true stuff, because you can go to the comments, you can see the likes, you can see how many times it got shared, saved, whatever. Right. Like the video I just said is at like 180,000. Like it's like 1,000 some likes, 1,000 some shared, like in that name. So it makes sense. It just makes sense. It makes sense.
As opposed to it being some completely off, and it kind of shows that it ain't really organic, so to say. So what strategies can you do to keep up with the algorithm? Because it seems like it just, social media is changing like that. It's everything moving so fast. So how do you stay in the mix?
You gotta be on social media. Yeah. So it's like one of those things, like I'm on social media for a whole different reason why people are on social media. Some people really just on there just to like, talk about their stuff. Like I'm really on there watching other people viral videos and really just studying them and just kind of just seeing. And again, like the people, how I said, like I mentioned earlier, that I was on YouTube and just being like just on TikTok, like I'm watching they stuff, just kind of seeing like how are they making videos? Is it longer videos now? Right. Is it shorter videos? What type of style videos? Like right now, the trend is podcast interview type style videos. Before it wasn't like that, but these are the videos that's catching people's attention. People want to hear what people have to say. Right. So it's like if you pushing out content in that style, like it could resonate, it could not. It really depends on your brand. But at the end of the day, I really think what's not going to change on the algorithm is the value of your content. Value either is it inspirational, educational, or just I'm missing something, because it's 3 pillars, but we just gonna go with those right now. But if it's inspiration, educational, whatever, like is somebody watching, or is it like funny? Is it humor? Like are people watching something in your video and getting some type of emotional feeling from it, or feel like they gaining something from it? Right. Because you watch something funny, you like, man, I laugh. It made me feel good or whatever. Right. It made me laugh. Like, let me share it, send it to my friends so they can get that same feeling. Yeah. So it's the same thing. So now with the different apps, so just for the short form content, we got the Reels, we got YouTube Shorts, and we got TikTok. So are there different, I don't want to say algorithms, are there different ways to grow on each, or is it kind of like, you can do the same thing and just kind of
get a following, or is it different things for each different platform?
It's like it's in my how I view it. It's a different feeling. So TikTok is a younger audience of people that use the platform. It's a younger demographic of people that's using it. So some of the stuff that you might say on Facebook not gonna resonate with people on TikTok. So you kind of want to tweak that change. Cause I know starting off, I did kind of just it's called I call it broadcasting. Okay. I got it from a dude I follow, Gary V on YouTube. Yeah, Gary Vayner. I love him. I learned a lot from him. So he just talking like, okay, broadcasting, like again, how I talked about the 18 and 35, like you probably got more 18 to 23 year olds on TikTok. So what you say to them is probably not going to resonate to what you would say to a 35, 40 year old. And you got to think about where those ages hanging out on the platforms. Like LinkedIn, that's where business professionals hang out. So like probably what you post on Facebook or TikTok, how you communicate, you probably won't communicate the same because you want to be able to resonate with business professionals. So if you can look at the platforms from that way, okay, where these type of people are hanging out, who's likely to be on there, you can make changes like that and that will help your content a lot.
Okay. So I want to get into like monetization of like the stuff that you post. So when you're doing people's, clips and stuff like that, how do you try to tell the people like in the video to talk to grasp more like money from their following, like how to monetize the people that are going to come click on their videos? So it's about just building that community because it's about, because you kind of got to do it in layers because you got like your page is probably gonna be like your broader audience and stuff. Because each time you get closer to a sale, there's gonna be a more narrow group of people, right? So let's just say like it's a numbers game, right? So you want to get all these eyes and stuff. You probably got like you say that you get like 20,000 followers. So now you start offering stuff. You start offering stuff to the group, but again, probably like 2,000, like 10% of that 2,000 people is gonna probably take you up on that offer. So like, and what the offer is like, hey, I got an email list, I got a group you can join if you want this resource, or you need help with this, or you want an exclusive thing to this product, subscribe to this or whatever. Subscribe to this. So now you got them on email, you got on this. Now you can reach out to them and offer them stuff directly,
because now they signed up for something that you like. So now that just filtered. Those are people those are warmer leads that you say. Those are warmer leads that's likely to buy stuff. So that's how you monetize it, because people like look at it like, I'm trying to get you can get paid by the platform just by the content. That's that's a whole nother thing. But again, like how you said, how do you monetize the audience? You just got to filter your audience. So you just want to build as much eyeballs as possible so you can filter that system. Because again, it's like, say you got a paid community and you offering a service or something like that. You got 20,000 followers, 2,000 subscribed. That 2,000 is a subscription for like, let's say like $10 a month. Like just do the math.
So when it comes to that, how are like monetizing off the platform then versus doing like the direct to consumer, like the subscriptions, which one is like better, and which have you seen people try to do more so than not?
Direct to the consumer. Direct to the consumer. I mean, platforms vary. I think YouTube is probably the most like logical when it comes to paying creators and stuff. I know Facebook and Instagram style. I think Facebook brought it back. I'm not for sure. But I was like, TikTok is also a good one too, but YouTube is the best. But again, it's like YouTube, you really have to get up in the ranks to get that privilege. So it's like, if you could, I think it's probably a little bit more easier to build an audience of people that like you and stuff and want to buy your stuff that way. And then say if you do earn that privilege on YouTube, your platform, you got the best of both worlds.
Got you. On YouTube, does the same strategies work when you try to do stuff like when you post on Instagram or on like just not the shorts aspect, but like the longer form, like point of it?
I'm still kind of researching, learning YouTube. That's something I'm probably gonna bring to my business like in the next couple months.
Okay.
Before I start, it's just like I just started off Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But just from my understanding and what I learned so far, just being on the platform, just learning with people, like it's still prioritizing longer form content.
Okay.
And it's just like Reels is like a way just to kind of just build the hype, anticipation, because people gonna see that a little bit quicker, and it's just gonna be another magnet to your longer form video.
So what I noticed though with the shorts and stuff, I know myself, like I'm on YouTube all day.
Yeah.
And so like I don't never really click on the shorts.
Right.
So I'm wondering like how do they really build from the shorts? Like I'm always on the longer form content. So like I never even really knew that. At first I didn't even know they had shorts, and so I'm like, okay, they got shorts, and people were sending me shorts. Yeah. And I'm like, I can get this on Instagram.
right. That's I'm the same way.
So now, what platform would you say is best between like the Reels, the shorts, and the on TikTok to grow like your audience?
I love TikTok. I say even though I'm now on it for real. I, like in the next couple months, like I'm growing my brand, so I'm gonna have to be on there.
Right.
So I'm gonna boost it. But like just from my experience of just doing other people's stuff, TikTok goes fast. And like people, like it's a whole different thing. And I feel like a lot of Instagram Reels is cool too. I feel like Facebook Reels is highly underestimated.
Okay.
Highly underestimated. I don't think people realize like how strong Facebook Reels is. Reels is. I'm talking about like twice already. Like Facebook Reels has done a tremendous amount of good to the people that I work with.
Wow, okay.
And it's like, again, you don't think about it because you think like, okay, Facebook is the first, but that's the thing too. You're studying the platform because it's three different ways that you present your content.
Right.
Like you got Facebook stories, you got Facebook in feed, you got Facebook Reels, Instagram stories, and it's again the type of content that you post on those has got to be different too. Because people. You looking at stories a whole different way than you looking at a reel too. So that even like again like stories is probably a little bit more personal, behind the scenes, like day-to-day type stuff, and then the reel is more the presentation type of deal.
Yeah, I ain't never even thought about it like that, because what I do, like when I post something, I just share it on there, and I don't even think that this might be, I need to gear it or tailor it different for a different crowd, because people that's clicking on there probably want more personalized. And that's why now I'm thinking about it, they got the close friends and stuff on there, and like private stories, to where you get extra stuff, so that, I guess that is definitely a better way of doing stuff. So when it comes to your IG pages or your TikToks and stuff, when you first go to a page, what is something that like you notice that people are doing wrong? Like just from looking at their feed without going to the videos and stuff, like what is some mistakes that people make just right there?
So if I'm just like straight feed, no looking at no numbers, no nothing, I just look at the type of content. I'm a big fan of the videos. So if I don't see any type of like reels or anything, I'm like, okay, not saying that you can't grow, because I mean, it's definitely pages that I learn from that don't post any reels, but they still kind of stick to the thing of just giving value to their people. Right. But I just think, like, this is just my personal opinion, I still think reels and just video is just the best attention grabber. So like sometimes, again, depending on the business, that's probably like a red flag I might mark or whatever. Because again, if it's just like, and then also what a lot of business do, again, is just the stock images. Biggest red flag I can do, because just think about it, like say if you actually say if they run an ad or something like that, that's actually their product or something that caught your attention. You're like, hey, let me go to their stuff to actually see what it look like, and you see nothing about it. You see images you can grab from Google. You're not gonna trust it. You're not gonna trust it, and it's like the whole goal is to build trust. Yeah,
for sure. So, and then with that, does the bios or like the names of people, like, because I see sometimes people names don't even match what they're talking about, like on their feed. So does that have an influence on whatever they're doing? Like,
it's like I use it for SEO purposes, and yes, I do. I think so too, because like the bio is probably the first thing you're gonna look at. You're gonna see, because before you even go to the feed, I'm glad you brought that up. It slipped my mind, but it's like the bio. People want to see a quick, like, before I even go through your content, like what am I about to see on your page? it's like for mine, like I think in my name, like I build like content strategists or like something like that in my stuff. Like one, I just want when people search on Instagram, like for content or strategists or content, anything, like I want my name to pop up. And then also like I help people build audiences. So like again, like when you go to my page, you just gonna see, okay, I want you to see content, or when you go through my stories, I want you to see the numbers that I'm posting, or like stuff like that. That's what your expectation for going to my page is, seeing like, well, how is he building people audiences, or especially if that's something that you need, like you gonna look at my bio and get exactly what you want. So
now you mentioned the SEO, which is search engine optimization. So what is that, and how can you use that to grow your brand?
Hashtags. I know a lot of people saying like hashtags is dead.
Yeah.
I don't think hashtags is dead. It's just not, people think, oh, if I use this hashtag, it's gonna give me views. It don't work like that. It's just, again, you wanna use SEO. So how you use SEO in your videos, again, with like the captions and stuff, you want the algorithm to register like what you're saying and stuff, and putting captions and stuff is gonna help the algorithm register like certain words. So say if I'm talking about content, if I say content like 15 times in my video, it's gonna register. Or versus like the captions that you put on the video, not even like the talking captions, but like say like a headline caption, stuff like that. Same thing on my bio. I got content strategy, social media marketing stuff. So when people search that stuff, like I just got those type of words what I want to be found for. It's all over my page in the videos, and just keep it there. Cause like, just think about it. Say like if you looking up a product, or like you say you want to watch a car videos or something like that, you're gonna see pages that got car videos and like that got the type hashtag car or whatever. TikTok, and that's why I say I like TikTok a lot, because TikTok is crazy with it. Like it's crazy specific. Like it's crazy specific. So it's like you can really find anything that you're looking for in any video that's talking about it. I got those words in the video or the hashtag. It's popping up. So you can. That's why I like TikTok. It's way more specific than Facebook and Instagram, in my opinion.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the consistency. Like, how often do you think people need to be posting or should be posting on their feeds throughout like Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, or whatever it is?
It depends on where you are with your content journey. I feel like if you somebody that's starting off, like you need to get out there every day. You need it, like, you feel me? It's a grind, but I feel like you need something to do, because you got to earn that privilege to be able to just post once a week and get the same amount of engagement, attention. Like people that's able to do that, like they earned it. So I mean, look at anybody that like got a big following. Mr. Beast, like they really was posting every day. Like, you feel me? And those are long form YouTube videos, so you got to think like it's draining. Like it's a grind for sure. And just like that's why how I just came with my business. For business, I mean, with my stuff, which means I wanted to take that load off of them, like, just so they can focus on their business, and I just build the content. Cause like I know how like it's tough, it's long, it takes a lot of thought, thinking. Like again, like just the filming, just the editing and stuff. Like it's tedious and stuff, and you want it done right. You want to put your best presentation in front of people, And I think some people be like, well, I post every day and I still don't get no stuff. Like, you got to post the right stuff every day. You got to post the right, that's the key. Like, you don't want to just put anything out there.
And that was my thing. Before I started doing the podcast was always in mind, but I had these things called like morning momentum. And it's like daily motivation to get people going every morning. I used to post them at 7 in the morning. And I used to get like, it wasn't nothing from like maybe 5 to 10 likes. When somebody might get none. And I'm just like, I'm still posting this, and I think I was just playing myself like, man, I'm just trying to get something out there so people see. But in reality, I wanted it.
Yeah, that's what that's what everybody say. They was like, man, I'm just posting for me. I'm like, no, like, you want views. I was like, because if you didn't want views, you wouldn't be doing it.
And so I realized, I'm like, man, I gotta do something different and try to like do it in a way that's more appealing to people and stuff. And I'm just thinking like, all right, I'm being consistent. Why I ain't getting the views? And I'm like, this ain't really, everybody really like thinking about this for real. They might see it, all right. So like, you got to really grasp people's attention in them like 2 seconds that you got it. And so that's hard to do. But
it's like good content, quality content gonna overrule consistency. Like, you want quality over quantity. You put two together, then you really working with something.
For sure.
And it's like, if you starting out growing out, like you want to put a lot of good stuff out first, so then you can probably start drawing it back, because you don't need it. You don't need that much, because you got people tapped in waiting to see what you about to say or whatever. But you got to earn that right.
Got you. So for people that, everybody is in this space now, wanting to be content creators and wanting to make money off their content and stuff. So what are some tips that you would have for them to start that journey?
Just really kind of figuring out who you are. Be authentic. Don't copy somebody else's stuff. You are not them, they're not you. They build their audience because people like them. So you got to be who you are. Not saying you can't learn from them. And like, again, if somebody influenced you or inspired you, like, again, just give them a shout out. Give them a shout out. Just be like, okay, I learned this from so and so. Like, they influenced. But it's just, again, that authenticity. Like, you want to be genuine, because that's what's, again, social media is where people connect with other people. So you want to be personal. You want to feel like they know you. And then also, like, you got to, and whatever you do, whether you, whatever type of creator you are, you got to be able to, like, find a way how you provide value to people. People, like, you got to just think where people are on social media to, like, learn stuff. Like, we were just talking about how we was on YouTube learning stuff. You feel me? Like, that's where people are learning a lot of stuff from. And you just got to figure out, like, for the stuff, for what you do or what you're expert in or what you're interested in, like, how do you provide value to people? Are you making people laugh? Are you inspiring people? Are you just motivational pages do numbers.
Facts.
Like, you feel me?
But numbers,
like, people wake up every day looking forward to what they about to post just to get their day started. And that's the value they provided to people that need that. You feel me? Like, everybody got a need for something. Again, what's their need? Like, are you that? Let's say, like, you a hairstylist and you good at what you do, tell people, like, show people your work, the in and out of your stuff, like, teach people how, like, you feel me? Or you just, again, you're a business person that grew business. Like, everybody it's people out there that want to learn, that wants to learn from you, or just, you feel me? Just, again, like, I just feel like that's probably educational stuff is like a gold mine. Just talk about what you do, be interesting, like.
So be interesting, because a lot of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all don't be interesting. We just scroll past. We just keep pushing.
Be interesting.
So now, we spoke about it in the beginning of the show, but your company, 3X Digital. So talk about, what you doing, some things that you got coming up and all that stuff. So
what I got coming up, I said I was gonna deliver on the 1st. I got behind on some stuff, but I was like, after next week, so the last 2 weeks of the month, I'm gonna do on my 30 days of content. So pretty much what we talked about in this conversation, I'm gonna be putting that out on all my pages. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, like, everywhere. I was like, I'm bringing in YouTube and everything. So that's gonna be my next thing, kind of just going in depth and literally telling how to do stuff. Like, literally, like, what's my methods? It's gonna be like, from my opinion and stuff that I did. I'm not gonna tell you stuff that I ain't never did. I'm just telling, like, this is what I did to get this. Like, even down to just, like, some of the videos that went viral. How did it go viral for me? What made it go viral? Like, did it work out for me? Even videos that didn't do well and what I could have did better. Like, I'm finna just break down and kind of just do that. And then I got something for all the local businesses. I was like, the Memorial Cup coming up in May. I was like, I want to offer all the surrounding businesses, because we're going to have a lot of traffic coming in. So I want to, like, be able to work with a lot of businesses to build their pages up. So when people come in here, they know where to eat, they know where to do this, they know this stuff. So they find you. So when they get on Instagram, like, hey, what's in Saginaw and stuff? Because, I heard that they busting people to Frankenmuth from Bay City to get the shopping stuff. You feel me? Like, it shouldn't be no reason like that. Let's let people know
what we got here.
So make yourself known, get your presence. So, like, again, like, get me to February. I say I'm working. I'm gonna be able to, I want to work with a lot of businesses, just that, again, just get some good content out there for y'all.
Okay, for sure. And I think what you just kind of spoke on, though, as far as you doing it and you proving why your stuff work. And I think a lot of people get into something and they just feel like they have some sort of expertise and just try to jump out there, and that's why a lot of stuff don't work, because it's easy to realize who got some fluff and who actually doing it for
that's
real.
Right. I'm posting numbers all the time.
Once you proving yourself, once you know you proving, after that, it's like, it's a wrap. So
Right.
I would say whatever anybody's speaking on and talking about, make sure you know what you're talking about. You got like a good understanding and don't just go into something not knowing
Right.
what you talking about.
You want to be a nerd,
Yeah.
like nerd out, be an expert in what you're doing. 'Cause like you said, people can know when people are bluffing, and you lying, you faking, or whatever. 'Cause I mean,
sure.
you got your phone, you go look it up and do
Easy.
whatever. So it's just like, again,
Easy.
you gotta have skin in the game. Again, just show why you're interested.
Facts. So man, let the people know where they can reach you, and if they want to work with you, how they can go about working with you.
Yep. So on Instagram, you can reach out to me at OJ3. The 3 is spelled out, and it got 3 E's. Somebody took the OJ3 with the number. So I had to improvise. But OJ3 on Instagram, Otis Jackson III on Facebook, TikTok. I don't even know. Sorry, that's my fault. But I think it's OJ times 3 or something like that. Okay. That's like, you type in my name on there, you find it. And if you want to work on me, just shoot me a DM on either, or go to my website, 3X Digital. The 3 is spelled out again. If you want to work with me, I said, just go in there. I got a form that you can fill out, kind of just provide information. We'll hop on a Zoom call. I'll learn more about you learn more about me, and we can just figure out how we can just make you grow.
Sure, man. This has been a good episode for me, man. I've been learning, so I know y'all can take some and learn from this. Comment down below in the comments what you took from it and what you gonna apply to your, journey going forward. So appreciate you for coming in.
I appreciate you, my boy.
I appreciate you for sure, because I didn't learn some shit. So this has been another episode of Radiant Thoughts, man, and we out, baby.